Dude, your last video had like less than 200 views. Why don't you just quit? What's the point? It's a waste of time.
So I got a comment on one of my videos recently, how the video had under 200 views. It's proof that YouTube is a waste of time. I'm not gonna tell you how that's complete. Kind of like fully answer this question is you kind of have to roll this all the way back to when I first started making videos. YouTube was not a thing. YouTube was actually kind of a joke to real filmmakers, and you wouldn't be caught dead putting your own film work on YouTube. Looking back now, like I really wish I had just put my early stuff on YouTube as early as possible, even though the very first video I posted was in 2006 on a channel, a teaser for our horror movie we made. So it's still quite a while ago. That's like 18 years ago. That's insane. But I still feel like there was a couple of years where I could have made more of a dent in YouTube, but that's in hindsight, obviously. Making a video about how it's not a waste of time making YouTube, and my mic dies, of course. The serendipity of this is pretty funny. So this comment was about the lack of views on this video, and I think it's hilarious. I have a friend, Bjarni Butler, that I went to high school with, graduated with. He started a YouTube channel just for fun, and now he's at about 70,000 subscribers. I know he makes a decent amount of money on there now, so if you want proof that he's successful in that way, then there's proof there. And there's also the fact that I work for YouTubers that are super successful, probably one of the biggest car automotive channels, media companies really in the world. While researching this video, I actually stumbled upon a kid, call everybody kids who are younger than me. He was probably getting his early 20s, and he was talking about how he just hit 100 subscribers, and I think he's at like 123 now or something like that, and how that's incredible. And as a kid, getting 100 subscribers on YouTube was basically the most you could get. The kind of attitude towards that is just awesome, and that's kind of like where I kind of fit in. I believe I'm a glass half full type guy. I try to think very positively, maybe to a fault. I don't know. Maybe I'm naive in that way. I feel like always room to improve. And the one thing that actually got me too is that this video had less than 200 views. I think it's still at like 180 something, and maybe it just didn't hit. The fact that you think that every video has to get a certain amount of views and be a success is like, it's just not the way to think about things. I know this is still very new. I know every video is not going to hit. Actually, to be fair, that video was probably my least prepared video, the least strategic video I made. If I inspire one person with this vlog or this channel to pick up a camera and start a YouTube channel or start making movies or vlogs, whatever it is, I think that's a win. Perfect example of that is way back in the day, someone hit me up called the Wooded Beardsman, and he was looking for advice on cameras and stuff. This was probably about 7 or 8 years ago. I believe at the time he had very little subscribers. He went on to have a very successful channel. He's got 1 or 2 million subscribers now. It's pretty crazy.
You also have absolutely no idea who's watching. I got this comment on the same video from a channel that has 1.2 million subscribers. World According to Briggs. He said, I didn't start my channel until I was 46. 2 years after I started, I went full-time. Here we are, 7 years later, I have 1.2 million subs. When I started, I felt I was too old, but I didn't care. If you don't live under my roof, your opinion isn't my concern. What I'm getting at is you have absolutely no idea who's watching these videos. Again, I'm harping on this idea that I had under 200 views. So 200 views, you cannot think as too low or not worth it. That's really close to the average multiplex, which is 250 to 300 seats. So we're talking about a half a theater watching your vlog. You have to love what you're doing. And even if this is on the side forever and you'll never make enough money to make a full living out of it, who cares? There's this great quote by Kurt Vonnegut. When he was a kid, he met up with, I don't know who it was. It was some sort of school thing. And the person asked him what he did, like on his spare time. And he's like, oh, well, I paint and I play the piano and I draw or I write. And he's like, oh, that's amazing. Way to go, congrats. And he's like, oh, well, I'm not very good at any of it. And the guy's like, who said you had to be good at it? Practice any art, music, singing, dancing, acting, drawing, painting, sculpting, poetry, fiction, essays, or portage, no matter how well or badly, not to get money and fame, but to experience becoming, to find out what's inside you, to make your soul grow. Go into the arts. I'm not kidding. The arts are not a way to make a living. They are a very human way of making life more bearable. Practicing an art, no matter how well or badly, is a way to make your soul grow. For heaven's sake, sing in the shower, dance to the radio, tell stories, write a poem to a friend, even a lousy poem. Do it as well as you possibly can. You will get an enormous reward. You will have created something. Ultimately, I feel way worse for this commenter than I do myself. Someone's told them to not do something because they'll suck, they won't make it, or it's a waste of time trying something that they love or they have a passion for. Go do something more practical, do something that's proven. But I just think that's bullshit. See you next video.